And a jolly good morning to you from an absolutely glorious day here in early August in the Balearic island of Menorca. And yeah, I'm just stood outside a resort hotel called Hoteles Globales Binimar, which is an all-inclusive hotel right out on the eastern extremities of the island of Minorca. And I'm just going to do a walk around the kind of resort area, not the hotel itself, this little part of Menorca. It's only going to be a short video today, but for those of you that know Menorca, it's kind of out towards Calablanes, Los Delfines, I think it is, that sort of area. And yeah, I'm just going to take a little walk around, some lovely villas, a few hotels, all the usual stuff that you would find in seaside resorts here in Spain. So let's have a little look around, see what we can see. And that's the other name of the place. I couldn't find it. Calas Piques. Supermarket there. Now inside the hotel back there's a supermarket, and I'm guessing that if you come to this one outside, the prices will be a little bit lower, though I have to say the one within that hotel there, the supermarket prices weren't too bad, bearing in mind it is in a hotel and you're kind of a captive audience, particularly first thing in the morning if you need some milk. Now the apartments in there, it's an all-inclusive, but they're also apartments, so you do have a fridge and kettle cooking facility should you want to actually cook your own food. Not quite sure why you'd want to do that in an all-inclusive, but if you do, I suppose if you've got a small baby, perfect, you'll be able to heat things up in there for them and keep them happy too. And the fridge, of course, is a bonus, but of course you would have to go and stock that from a shop with bottles of pop or water. I brought a coffee mocha stove with me and my own coffee, because I cannot leave in the morning without having had a coffee. And from past experience, particularly here in Spain, breakfasts don't necessarily start particularly early. And I wake quite early, and that gap from waking up to getting into the breakfast room and actually getting a coffee can be excruciatingly painful sometimes. So I thought I'll do my own thing this time and make sure at least I've had that first caffeine hit before I set off in the morning. So it's absolutely gorgeous. It's around about 30 Celsius, 11 o'clock in the morning. It's not overpoweringly hot. It's a nice heat. A little bit on the humid side, but not that kind of humidity that you get in Britain, you know, when it gets up to 30, where you're just dripping with sweat. Clearly there's a bit of building work going on just over here, some new apartments being built. That's the resort over there, the accommodation. It's not too bad. I mean, it's 3-star, so it's not super luxury, caters for your average family. I'll say most people in there are British, but I've certainly heard some other foreign tongues as well. I'd say probably at least 3/4 of the clientele in there are from Britain. Hopefully, just down here, last night when I got here, I noticed over this side there's a kind of a little river or inlet just back over there to my left, and I've just walked round it, and looking across here, when I get down to the sea, there was a lot of RVs parked up, and I'm just wondering precisely why, but it would seem there's a nice walk along the coast over there, so I'm going to be taking that direction just now, and I'll be doing another video in the next day or so, heading off Heading off in the opposite direction towards Calablanes. Hopefully also get to go to, now I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this correct, but Ciutadella, or Ciutadella, the second town of Menorca. I've been to Menorca a few times over the years, and I've been to that town many years ago, and I seem to remember it being an absolutely fascinating and interesting place to look around. But I'm probably 25 years older. My perspective on life has changed somewhat since then, so hopefully it will still seem fascinating and interesting, just probably in a different way. Right, just going to carry on down here and then I'll come back to you. Yeah, so this is the area I could see over to yesterday from the other exit of the hotel. Over to my left there. And there's a lot of RVs parked up here, presumably all waiting for the sunset. It was probably about half an hour before sunset. A lot of vehicles all parked along here. Although this is the eastern end of the island, it kind of curls round a little bit at the end there, so I'm guessing that a westerly sunset would be kind of over there somewhere, I think. Now I'm going to head over there. Majorca is an absolutely beautiful island. That little area I've just walked through there is not particularly spectacular. Just a typical kind of road leading up to the coast, and a bit of development going on, a few shops and so on. Usual sort of thing. Rota Pont de Engil. Probably absolutely crucified that. Someone probably can tell me what that says, but something to protected nature, I think. And what you do have to watch out for, and I remember this from my other visits to the rocky, the non-sandy parts of the coast, let's say, because Menorca's got lovely, beautiful sandy beaches. But these rocky parts, rocky outcrops, very, very uneven surface to walk on. First of all, you need a half-decent pair of shoes to walk on there, and secondly, watch what you're doing, because if you fall onto those rocks, it can be a little bit painful. And I seem to recall my son, who was probably about 5 at the time, walking along and in flip-flops, caught his flip-flops in these rocks, not these particular ones, but some further around the coast somewhere, can't remember exactly where now, falling over and cutting his knee open, and the usual tears, and having to go and hunt out the first aid kit, usual thing. But I love walking around places like this. It feels so open. Suddenly, straight out of that resort area there into open land, and quite a few people heading over in the general direction of this. I think it basically is a headland, really. Presumably with some lovely views. I saw quite a few people heading over here, so obviously I'm going to too. Sea looks absolutely fabulous today as well. Don't know if it's coming out on the camera, but that beautiful blue colour. Not a cloud in the sky. I'm just going to follow those people that are walking across there, because they look like they know where they're going. Absolutely beautiful down there. Boats moored up, doing a bit of fishing. Gorgeous, real natural part of the island. and just look backing around over there towards the Binimar. I should just caught that on video, but they went over there too quickly. Seems to be a little gap through the rocks there. That boat just went straight through. Let's see if we catch him coming out the other side. Well, underneath here somewhere is a boat. I don't know where he's gone, because I didn't see him come out the other side. So watch my foot in here, otherwise I'm going in. Beautiful, beautiful coastline. Few slightly braver people than me, they've clambered down the rocks over there. I don't know if you can see a guy in orange shorts who's climbed right down to the water. I absolutely won't be doing that. I imagine he's probably going to jump in any second now, or he's done that, he's climbing back out, I think. Lovely, beautiful, cool breeze as well up here, or relatively cool. Quite clearly there's a lot of headland you can walk around all the way over there, and I'm going to save that for another day. Maybe set off a little bit earlier and head right the way over there. I'm going to head back towards the resort now, the hotel, and just head off in the other direction and see what there is down there. The small beach or small bay is over there somewhere, and I shall go and have a look, because it looks absolutely spectacular on the photographs. Let's see if the reality is the same. That boat's coming out now. That was he must have stopped. Oh no, what's going on here? You can just see the wake of a boat coming in the other way. Must be a massive arch, this. Didn't really. Oh, there they go, coming back out the other side. That must be fun. Actually, I should imagine the perspective from down the sea level from a boat of these rocks is really quite splendid. The guy with the orange shorts is still climbing over there. I'm not going to jump from there, mate, no way. Yeah, maybe that's something I'd have done 30 years ago, but not now. I don't think my knees would stand up to it these days. Right, let's head back towards the resort and then have a little look on the other side towards where this little beach inlet is. I'll pop back down here tonight at sunset, because I've a feeling all those vehicles I saw up here last night, about half an hour before sunset, we're waiting for said sunset, and as it's called Sunset Bar just down there, kind of well, sort of gives it going away, really. Camino de Cavals, Caminos Naturales, natural walks, roads. And does it say where we are? Yeah. So I just walked off in this direction, I think, and the walk continues back around here. That's where small beach and the not so small beach. So I'm going to head to those now, and then we'll call it a day for today. Calas it's coming under as the general resort area. Incidentally, if you like these sort of extremely unprepared for, how do you call it? I don't really read up on anything. I just set off and walk around and talk about what I see. Type videos, then please subscribe and you'll get some more of them. If you don't subscribe, you might not ever see me again. And if that's your desire, then definitely don't subscribe, and I'll disappear into the large world of YouTube forever. But as I say, if you like this sort of thing, I've got lots of videos on YouTube on my channel, mostly walking around the UK, different parts of Europe, and also some for further afield, adding to them all the time. And if you click on the yellow bell, it will notify you when they come out. So yeah, and quite a few of my early videos included music. I received a few comments saying the music's rubbish, which I agree it is. On the whole, you can't just use anyone's music, otherwise you get hits for copyright. So you have to sort of use YouTube's copyright free music, which is not the best, to be fair. However, some commented, so I'm just trying out without video, without adding any music for a while, to see if I get comments from people saying please add music. I haven't had any yet, so I'm going to stick with no music until I kind of hear differently. Just coming back to the Globalis Binimar hotel. As I say, it's a 3-star. It's not luxury, but it does the job. It's a pretty standard all-inclusive place that presumably at one time was an apart hotel. Wasn't all-inclusive at all. It kind of has that vibe about it, because most all-inclusive hotels, of course, are literally that, hotels, and you go to the bars and restaurants and so on to get all your food and drink. So you can do a bit of both here if you wish. The room I've got has got a fridge, microwave, a hot plate, hot hob, a few, fairly basic set of utensils, plates and cups and stuff like that. So yeah, if you want to sit in your room and concoct a few snacks or keep some cold drinks in the fridge, ideal. Absolutely fantastic for that. Just passing the front of the hotel now, the reception. A lot of people all arriving with their suitcases, so some new arrivals just coming in now, ready to discover their fate. Stayed in a Globalis hotel in Mallorca not that long ago, up in Alcudia, and I have to say it was very good price wise, very good value for money. As I say, it's not luxury, it's not it's not high end, but it does the job, and for families it's perfect. And if you've got little ones and kiddies that like to run around making a lot of noise, shouting and jumping in the pool, splashing everybody, perfect, because everyone else has got that with them too. Now I am going to go down that path there, down to that bay, and we'll take it down to this last night in the evening, but I had the wrong footwear on really, so I had to turn back. It was a little bit uneven, so got some proper shoes on today. Calas Piques, little bay, is that what it means? I don't know, can't remember. I used to know a few Spanish words at one time, but I seem to have forgotten the majority of them now. Or is that even, they speak Catalan here as well? I don't know. Bit of a mix. one thing's for sure, everyone speaks English, so you don't have a problem if you can string a sentence or two in English together. Yeah, this is where I decided to head back yesterday, because the nice little path suddenly turns into this. I kind of didn't have the right footwear on, but a bit better today. But I'm going to have to just stop filming for a minute, otherwise we're going to have a painful catastrophe on our hands. You get the feeling that a bit of winter rain probably washed away some of this footpath to get down here. It's not too bad once you get past that bit back there. Well, when I say resurfaced it, put a bit of gravel down to make it a bit more even. Heat's getting up now. I'm going to call it a day for today shortly, because I've got some relaxing to do. Here we go. This actually, I have a feeling I was kind of on a shortcut there, and probably should have just carried on a bit further and come down this road, which is the road I'm going to take back. And here we are, beautiful looking bay. Back in a minute when I get there. There's quite a few little beaches and bays like this in Menorca, and this is certainly beautiful. Just a very, very, very small beach. In fact, all of it is on view now. Very calm and tranquil. I'm going to come back later on for a swim down here for sure. Now that has got a beautiful view. There's some poolside entertainment going on. Some accommodation just over there. It's quite loud last night actually. Sounded like very raucous aerobics in the swimming pool. Some nice villas up here. That was quite a steep walk, if you're wondering why I'm panting so heavily. So that's it for this video. Short little walk around the area near the Globalis Binimar Hotel, and this little area of villas and apartments just on the other side of the inlet and beach, just down there. So I'm going to continue with some more videos in the next few days of different parts of primarily this end of Menorca. I don't envisage I'll be heading too far west during my trip here, but you never know. So, you know, I've been saying all along I'm at the far eastern end, I'm at the far western end. I do apologise, I'm talking utter nonsense. So forget all of that complete drivel that I was talking about relating to sunsets. The sun, well, I'm on the western end, and you'll have a fine westerly sunset. So I do apologise for that. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, despite the predominantly rubbish I've been talking. And I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers for now.